This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon, and Afu, you like podcasts? With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
What is it? What is it? Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
Cole Simper.
I can tell you one thing.
What?
Beautiful big titty butt naked women just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
Unfortunately.
Right?
They don't?
And Nick Lewis.
I'm Nick Lewis, and my tiny nipples went to France.
She like a
wee.
do the cha-cha. And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 192. The news, the nerd way. We're going to be talking straight nerd news and how we feel about it. So, let's get on with the nerd news.
I have this one pulled up on IGN that I feel is very relevant to what we were talking about before Derek jumped on in regards to the server issues for Helldivers 2.
Yeah, man.
Let's see, when was this? This was is today the 7th? No, this was yesterday.
Cole, quit playing games.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing nothing. How'd you know?
I get that little notification down in my bottom corner there.
Steve they told on me.
They did. They
told your ass out.
You gotta appear offline, bro.
Fucking idiot.
Damn!
Such a fucking idiot.
I thought I was being so coy.
I'll wait.
You are not sneaky.
Even then,
not sneaky, sir.
Even then, the whole time anybody's talking, you're like this.
Yeah.
You'd be better off playing on the computer, so it looks like you're looking at the meeting. But
Cole got.
What an idiot!
Fucking idiot.
Got you, you fucker.
All right.
Reminds me of Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers. What a fucking idiot! A fucking loser, man.
It was so fucking good. Thank you, Steve.
Oh god. Anyway, Helldivers.
So, at the time of this recording, this was updated yesterday at about 4. And it says here, while they don't know the numbers on PS5, the Steam database has revealed that Helldivers 2 has reached an all-time concurrent max of 333,827, which puts it 28th all-time ahead of Starfield, PUBG Test Server, Counter-Strike, Destiny 2, and Naraka Blade Point.
So were they just not expecting that?
No.
Absolutely not.
The first,
not even close.
Everyone that I've talked to that is playing Helldivers has 90% of them don't even know what the first game is.
Yeah, that's me. I didn't know what the first game was, but that shit is wild. I love that game. That's my favorite game right now.
The fact
they must be so happy, sad right now. Like, god damn it! But god damn it!
Like, oh, we gotta do more work, but like,
I mean, technically, it's there's two ways of success, right? Like they've already There is no Game Pass or anything for this. It is a full. It's not a full price game, but you do have to pay to play
Right.
it. And every one of those people paid that $40 to get that game. So that is
That's fucking
fucking
sick.
huge. That's a
Yeah.
massive, massive success.
Or
However,
they paid more because of the different editions.
yeah, I mean,
True.
or they could be like me, where I bought it, saw if I liked it, and I love it, so I went and I like did the upgrade and got the Super Citizen Edition. So it's like I'm in like $60, a normal price for a game, but they're also like missing out pretty heavily on the like the ability to do like microtransactions and all that shit. Like they could be fucking murdering right now, but
So
with these
so
server
the
issues,
the special edition is really called the Super Citizen
yes.
edition because
Dude,
that
this
just
is
reminds me. That just reminds me of Super Troopers. Oh, you're gonna arrest him with Super Citizen power?
dude, this is literally Starship Troopers.
It is
Yeah.
100%.
As a
Oh,
video
that's
game.
dope.
Like
Yeah, like-
100%.
It's funny because there is a Starship Troopers game in early access right now, and it's
Is
just
there
I think
really?
it's yeah, I think it's funny that this is so um even when I was playing the first one for a little bit, I was just like, dude, yeah, this reminds me of kind of like a Starship Troopers. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, like
Um,
they start yelling random shit out while you're playing, like, how about a nice cup of liberty?
Oh God, that's
Dude,
very
like,
very patriotic machismo lines.
it like
in this
Yeah.
beat
game.
you over the head with it. It's
that is so
it's
sick.
so good though, and the music too. The music is so fucking perfect, dude.
Just
Because
like
it,
horns and fanfare orchestras and
well, and not only that, like it has a very patriotic flair to every bit of it, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it also taps into like that. It wasn't John Williams that did Aliens, but like James Cameron's Aliens, like that, like lots of strings, lots of sharp, like
horns and
yeah, and horns and stuff. But like, you know what I mean, like
like
that,
stings.
and stings and stuff. Yeah, like when like a scene in Aliens when all of the aliens are like crawling towards,
yeah,
and
and
it's
it's
like
just like
boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? It's all there. It's all there,
Hell
and it
yeah.
fucking rocks, dude.
it is
And
such a
it,
cool game.
I don't know.
Like there will be just like after you take down a group of Terminids, as they call them, and then if you're running to your next objective and another group of them shows up, like the music will just kick right in like instantly. So
Yeah.
good. Um, but the fact that this has put itself ahead of Counter-Strike, like arguably one of the biggest games, like within the last 10 years or more, like that's insane to me.
Big
Um,
deal.
but so Arrowhead, are they the developers or the publishers?
They are the developers.
The
It is
developers,
published by
that's right.
Sony.
Yeah, that's right. So Arrowhead jumps on um, Twitter and they basically said, despite our best efforts to increase server capacity to accommodate all of you who want to dive for freedom, we are experiencing capacity issues. We are
There are
once
just
more,
too goddamn many of you.
yeah, we are once more working without delay to improve the issue and hope to fix it in place as soon as possible. So there's nothing like definitive that says it's going to be fixed at a certain date, but like they're aware, obviously, and it's being worked on. I mean, it doesn't. I haven't spent more than 5 minutes like waiting to jump into a game when I tried to get in. So it's not like Overwatch 2 launch like that. It's not that bad, but
Yeah, for me it's been, I think the longest was today, and I spent maybe 20 minutes waiting.
Well, and there's also that thing too, is like I think that what Joey was saying, that I think they do prioritize PlayStation over PC. I don't know. Have you tried lately, Nick? Like in the last 2 days to play Helldivers? Because the last 2 days it's been a fucking nightmare. It's guaranteed a 30+ minute wait to get in, like
Man.
at all, and you have to like be there. Like
Ugh.
I was on yesterday and I like that's when I posted the picture in the chat. I was like, "Oh man, I gotta wait to jump in this game," and I was kind of miffed. And then like 3 minutes later, I finally got thrown into a game, and I was just like, all right. I mean, that wasn't too bad, but I feel like there should at least be like you should be able to turn yourself offline if you just want to play by yourself for a minute.
Yeah, but that's like inherently against the gameplay of
Yeah.
this. Like they want you to. I played a little bit this morning because for some reason I was able to get in and nobody was awake or wanted to play or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go in and I'll play solo a little bit, which is fun. It's very scary because you're totally alone. And
It's hard.
it's really hard. It's really hard.
Even on I have every mission that I've tried to play on medium, I have always failed to get out. Like
Solo.
yeah.
On
Yeah,
solo,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean,
I have it on easy and I'm getting through the missions, but
those kind of cues that kind of reminds me of back in the day playing WoW when you literally had to just regularly sit in line in
Yeah.
queue to get into the game.
So we went to a charity fundraiser thing last night, but I was trying to get in to play for like an hour before we left, and I forgot to turn my PC off. I forgot to shut the game down, and I came back and like 3 hours later, and I was still sitting there trying to get into the fucking server, and I'm like,
God damn.
this is nutty. Crazy how like literally
that's-
suffering from success.
That's a bit intense.
Yeah.
Three fucking hours. Jesus.
I don't
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that maybe I got caught in like some kind of network loop where I was just like timing myself out. I don't know. That's very possible.
Yeah.
But I thought it was crazy. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to turn it off. Holy fuck, I'm still not in a server.
yeah, because I don't think it ever kicks you for inactivity like a lot of online games do.
So I was playing with Eddie before I left, and I was playing on Angela's. So I bought it on PlayStation, so she's playing it downstairs, and I was just playing. We just did like a quick mission, and I just turned the PlayStation off. I put it into rest mode, which just suspended the game, didn't close the game. So then we jumped right back in and like just started the game back up, and she jumped right back into like she's right back on her ship, like
That's
still connected and everything. So she didn't have to go through that. But then immediately after she got disconnected, because she was playing with you two today, you and Weird, or Eddie and Weird, and out of nowhere we just got our our Wi-Fi cut out, and so we had to start over. And she just had to sit in that queue and wait for it to come out. I don't know. At some point, it's like, how do you not have a good enough team, a good enough infrastructure to have it fixed by now?
Yeah.
They've been suffering the entire, like, since the beginning of Friday morning.
Yeah, this whole weekend.
It's not been good. So I'm just curious. I wonder if they don't have a very strong...
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they're scrambling though. But Jesus. Well, I've got a piece of nerd news. I mean, it's pretty major news, so I don't know if anybody else was planning on covering this, but we have our Fantastic Four.
Yes,
we do. We do.
So Pedro Pascal, which I'm really excited about. I think he's got the right temperament and emote that like he's very almost stoic, sort of reserved, and I feel like that's the right personality to have. And same thing with just the quality of his voice, just how even and generally calming and just even kilter
charming
it is. I think that's a really good call.
He'll make a good Reed Richards. I've always thought that he would. Like when I found out that he was in the running even to be considered, I was like, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. I actually probably would, and I know I'm in a minority here. I actually probably would not have been super stoked had it been John Krasinski.
Right.
Like, and this is probably just me, and I feel like I'm sure I'm not the only one in this camp, but like we're probably few. I have a really hard time separating him from the snarky Jim from The Office. Like,
Right.
I have a hard time like seeing him as a serious person.
Right.
I mean, granted, I'm sure he would have done a great job, and that that would have. I'm sure any issues I had or fears I had would have been assuaged. But
I take it you haven't seen like The Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. That's what I was going to bring up. Yeah,
I have, but it's been so long ago.
Yeah.
That, I should go back and rewatch it. But yeah, I don't know. It's still kind of hard for me though. But anyway, so for Sue Storm, we have Vanessa Kirby, who I think looks great, but like I'm not familiar enough with anything else she's done to have a feeling one way or another.
Yeah.
To the YouTube.
And kind of the same thing with the other two people.
Okay, so she was Princess Diana in The Crown.
Okay.
She was in Mission Impossible, one of them.
Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, one
Impossible.
of them.
Oh yeah, right. One of them.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. Good luck getting me to see this movie.
Right. So. Yeah, and then The Sun, Italian Studies, The World to Come, Pieces of a Woman. Oh, she was Hattie in Hobbs and Shaw. I'm in.
Oh, for God's sake.
She was Hattie in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, so she was in a bunch of stuff that nobody watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, Misty and I have been Misty's been watching The Crown, and I've been seeing bits and pieces of it. And I don't remember her specifically, at least from the image they used. And this is just from a Facebook page called X-Men News Source. So I don't know where they got like the image, but anyway,
I don't know
just some
why they're
black and white image.
X-Men News Source on Fantastic Four. I guess that makes kind of sense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, she looks great, and I mean, The Crown is a pretty big deal at like Hobbs and Shaw.
Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, to my chagrin, is a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. So I'm sure she'll do a great job.
The first 3 Mission Impossibles maybe were a big deal, but
they keep making them. This is just like this is Fast and the Furious with Tom Cruise. Like Tom Cruise
ain't worked himself to death for this kind of slander.
I can say the same thing. The first 3 Fast and the Furiouses were the only ones that matter.
It's the espionage Fast and Furious.
It really is. It really
what do you call Eddie? What do you call Fast and the Furious 4? The one that they brought when they brought it back. I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, I don't know how to refer to that movie. It's the one that they brought back after. It's like when they revitalized Fast and the Furious, right?
Fast 4.
Like
because it went away after
Paul Walker.
No.
No. When did that even happen? That was like after the second one, right?
I'm talking about what the fuck is
It's just called Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Not the Fast and the Furious. It's called Fast and Furious.
So they went from a noun to a verb.
That's fucking lame, dude. Because that's a really good movie. I actually really like that movie.
So then for Johnny Storm, we've got Joseph Quinn. And
Eddie from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Which I'm down as fuck with that. I'm super down with that.
Also, he had a small role in Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
He was one of the guards after Theon took over.
Okay.
I don't know if I got that far. Then we've got Evan Moss Backrack, I'm assuming is how that's pronounced, for Ben Grimm.
There was actually like an article I read that said, I can't remember the exact wording of the article, but it was around the point of like he's like the first um like Jewish actor to be in the Fantastic Four. So I can't remember, but they were emphasizing that it was like a big deal for him to be in this movie.
He
And
was
I don't.
in
I was
one
gonna
of
say I
the
don't immediately recognize him. So
no, he was in one of the American Pie movies, like the spin-offs called American Virgin, or at least I think it's
Yeah.
an American Pie because it's like the same font and it's the same
Yeah,
red
yeah,
lettering.
yeah, right.
Uh, he was
Similar naming convention.
he was in an episode of Law and Order: Criminal Intent, and he was in Gossip Girl, and that appears to be everything that he's in.
Okay, well that makes sense as to why I don't. I'm not. His image isn't immediately registering anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, cool. It appears to me like they're going to, because by his like judging by his appearance, I feel like he's just a voice. Like I think they're gonna make Ben Grimm full CG,
Hmm,
which I mean,
interesting. I mean, yeah,
that's what Marvel does. You know what I mean? You've
that's
got the
yeah,
Hulk.
that's not a surprise.
Yeah, you've got the Hulk
And
and you've got She-Hulk and all them.
unless we're getting like a full on like origin thing, you know.
Probably.
And I mean, yeah, I hope we don't, because we've already seen two origins
Hmm.
in what, in the last decade or two.
Yeah,
Um,
more.
I could do without another origin,
Or yeah,
but
if you do make an origin, like make it a little montage right in the beginning. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'd be
uh,
fine with that. But
um,
but
yeah.
yeah, so there it is. We've got our fantastic forecast.
So there's an image that went out during the Super Bowl, and it was just like the family hanging out or whatever, just like, and Ben Grimm's reading a Life magazine, and it's like Lyndon Johnson. It's like a really like famous magazine. We'll put it up here, all nice and stuff, so that everybody can see. But yeah, apparently it's set in like the '60s.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so this will, which makes sense because like they haven't been in the MCU at all this whole time.
Yeah.
So putting them in the '60s and then making them disappear somehow will be like, oh, okay, so that's why they haven't been around. And then once Secret Wars happens, they disappear or they
Yeah.
reappear or whatever.
Right.
On some more Marvel news, we got the trailer to Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine,
Yes.
and
Yes,
I'm
we did.
pretty. I love it because he's just like, I'm Marvel Jesus, like I'm here to
Yeah.
save your little cinematic universe. Like he's like, I'm here, I'm the second fucking
Some
coming.
classic
Breaking,
Deadpool.
yeah, he's just breaking the fourth wall and just telling everybody like, hey, remember me, remember me. So
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking stoked.
And that comes out like in July, doesn't it?
yeah, like sometime close, yeah. So
Are
Yeah.
they
I'm
gonna
really,
do the Wolverine
yeah,
hair?
yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
and Daniel Radcliffe is playing a so
a
far
very,
unknown role. Like,
yeah.
I
Like
mean, it's
foreshore?
rumored to be a variant.
Yeah, I think it's a variant Wolverine. I think it's Patch because there's in that trailer, you see Wolverine with the hair, but he's wearing the white blazer and he's got like an eye patch and shit. So, um, they like speculation around like the insiders and all that is that that's Daniel Radcliffe and he'll be playing
Ah,
Patch.
that'd be pretty dope.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'd be down as fuck with that.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that, and that we'll probably see Channing Tatum's Gambit in there too.
Oh, please, please,
That would be
please,
cool.
please.
That'd be
But
cool.
so there's that. Oh, but speaking of Wolverine and Gambit, we also got a trailer for X-Men '97. You know,
A lot of
I mean,
Yes.
lot of contention around the boys here about those images.
yeah,
I mean, I'm fine with it. Like, yeah, you know, Rogue Booty is nice, but it's always gonna be there. You can go watch the old series.
Right.
Cry about it. Cry
I'm
about
gonna.
it. Go for it.
See if you can do the the rain.
Oh.
Why did it do it before? I'm not on my Mac this time, so I wonder if
Maybe it's
I wonder,
a Mac thing.
What do I give the soy face?
The thing that actually made me a little bit sad is that the Wolverine voice is not anywhere close to the original.
Yeah, dude, that made me like because when he said it, it's like 10% of the Wolverine voice, right? Like he's got his cadence down and he's got the growl in, but like it's not his voice is all, and you could tell.
I mean, it's obviously it's not going to be a big deal. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to when I go to watch it.
Yeah,
it's certainly not going to be a game ender, but it did make me a little sad.
yeah.
You're Wolverine, Harry.
You're a mutant, Harry.
You're a hairy mutant. But,
so I mean,
yeah.
I didn't even watch the trailer. Does it look good?
It looks
I think
great.
it looks so good.
It looks.
I'm
it
watching
looks
it right
great.
now, actually.
There's no sound.
I don't know if you can do sound.
We did, yeah. We
over-
couldn't figure it out because Cole was trying to screen share a video
Yeah.
last time, and
So we might have to just provide our own commentary for this.
Yeah.
You'll have to fill me in. Who am I looking at? Is this a lovely bald man that has something to do with our story?
Yeah, this is Professor X.
You see
Charles
this right
Xavier.
here. You see
God, are you
this
fucking
right here?
dumb?
I don't know if that's the man speaking. I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's Professor X. This is the end of
The
X-Men.
original series.
Yeah, this is the end of the original series. And so that's the reason it's called 97, right? Is because it's picking up where the original left off.
Okay.
Look how it looks so good.
It does. And they do so well with preserving the original style.
Yeah, they really do. Like this is definitely, like, you can tell that this is a real like love letter to it. So now
Isn't
Cyclops,
Magneto gay?
No, Ian McKellen is gay, who played Magneto in
Magneto's got a couple of kids, you idiot. God. Fucking
he was in the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
So everything is just right. This is fucking dope.
It does look pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Well, and that's the other thing too that I majorly missed. Was the original, the fucking OG Sentinels.
Right. Yeah. So I'm
like
glad
not that Fox weird bullshit that they did with the Sentinels. Ugh.
So this is Magneto, and he says that pretty much in his will and testament that he left everything to Eric. So yeah, dude, I'm so stoked.
Cole, you just got to go watch the trailer because the sound is incredible. Like, oh my god,
it is. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I like X-Men.
Dude, I'm rewatching the original.
I have been rewatching the original.
I think I still have it on my PC somewhere from when you Dropboxed it to us all. We did our episode on it.
Yeah, nice. But yeah,
hardest fucking cartoon theme song of the 90s, dude.
Yeah, right. That and Spider-Man and Batman, like all of the comic cartoons had the fucking best theme songs.
Bangers, all bangers. Yeah.
Speaking of Spider-Man, did any of you guys see the news that Sony is not planning any major first-party releases for like the next 2 years?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Just not ready. We're not ready to show what we're working on. We're just gonna really rely on third-party releases and third-party exclusives like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and stuff like that.
I mean, that's strong. That's strong anyway.
It's a lot like last year, where the only thing that they released was Spider-Man 2, and like exclusively, that's the only thing that Sony put out, and then relied heavily on third party. Like, just the PS5 was so meteorically successful because of like Baldur's Gate 3 and Armored Core and Street Fighter 6 and like, all these games that were like the bangers that came out last year, Everybody, it's just kind of the momentum that that PlayStation has right now. But I thought that was kind of crazy that they're like, yeah, we have nothing slated for the future, like at all. Like we have stuff that we want to show eventually, but other than other than that, not much. That and also disappointing news from Nintendo, where apparently their console's been delayed. It looks like we are not getting a Switch 2 this year. It seems like it's been corroborated by like a couple different news outlets that, yeah, it's been pushed into next year for sure. Probably March, April of next year.
So I'm good to, go ahead and snatch up an OLED when I can.
Yeah, I would say it. Yeah.
That was actually what I was going to talk about, but I can find something else.
Well, we can continue to talk about it. I mean, it's a big deal, dude. That fucking sucks. And this is not going to happen, but pie in the sky, I hope that they like take that and it's like, oh, let's provide an OLED model. Even charge a premium for it because stupid cool. Fuckers like me are going to buy it, It's just I wish that we could just kind of skip this mid-generation bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. OLED should be the fucking standard. I'm sorry. Like, it's better for battery life. It looks better. Like, it's way more efficient than an LCD. Like, it's the shittiest OLED looks really good compared to the best LCD, So it's like, it just should be a standard, but I get it. And also, you're going to get people double dipping as well. Like, people are going to want to see the new hotness, and then the OLED's just going to come around, and I don't know. Also, did you also see, Nick, that they some stuff's been leaking about a possible new Sony handheld, like an actual real Sony handheld?
No.
Yeah. So I wonder if the Portal ended up doing any kind of numbers that really impressed Sony, because I haven't seen like legitimate rumors like this for a long time. And the way that Switch has been fucking dominating the handheld scene, and with like the success that Valve have seen with the Steam Deck, it was only a matter of time, man. Sony's coming back.
Those are really the only two like handhelds that you really see in the news right now. Because I mean, all the other stuff that's out right now, like that are supposedly competitors, like the ROG Ally, and I think Lenovo has one even too that's supposed to be like really, really good, but you don't really hear much about them either.
You hear about the Steam Deck.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's Valve and
Well, it's Valve, and it's also like the Steam Deck OLED is, oh man, it's not just an upgrade. It's an upgrade in every single possible way. And it's hard to recommend something like my biggest thing that I have with against like the ROG Ally is the battery life. Like, you have to be stuck to, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but like I don't want to be stuck to an outlet. That's my biggest issue. And there are definitely games that you can do that with the deck that will require. Like if you really wanted to pump out Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate, you could really replicate that. But I just think that Valve kind of does it best. And in every way, like in terms of like software too, they are so on the money. I feel like the thing is fucking updating almost every day. Like a proton hotfix. As soon as they know that something's wrong, they are there and they've fixed it. Like Valve is unfucking beatable with that. And the other people is Nintendo, which will always be talked about, So
Yeah.
I think Sony's doing a huge disservice by only providing remote play. I think that they really need to step in, and now that we have some kind of tech that makes it so we can run PS3, PS4 type games on the go, like that's pretty much the deck and the ROG Allies like bread and butter is like that era of games. It runs those games best. So I can see them coming back. And god damn it, we're going to be earning trophies on the go again.
Speaking of earning trophies, Xbox. What do we?
Yeah. So what do you want to talk about? There's lots to talk about with this, dude.
So it seems like they're losing their exclusives.
So not necessarily. So it seems like they did some kind of like fucking podcast. Can we do it some other way, please? I don't want to know about the history.
He said on the podcast.
Okay, I get that, but
Yeah.
we're two bummy or four bummy fuckers just hanging out in our bedrooms. You know what I mean? We're not a multi-trillion-dollar company trying to figure out their fucking messaging. I just thought it was crazy. I'm like, I'm not listening to this. I will wait.
I'll catch the Cliff's Notes. Yeah.
I'll wait for someone else to do this for me because I just don't care enough. But apparently, no, they're in that realm of them losing exclusivity. They've talked about how there are 4 games that are exclusive to Xbox that they are going to branch out and bring to other consoles. They did not specify which consoles, and they did not specify which games.
Mm-mm.
So the dream is fucking officially alive, brothers. Gears of War might be coming to PlayStation.
Could you imagine? I know Sea
Can't
of
wait.
Thieves is one of them that's coming.
That's for sure. That is for sure. That game is way too successful not to try and branch out.
That one, and I believe Grounded as well.
And Hi-Fi Rush, and there's lots of candidates, man. But you want the juicy ones. We want the juicy ones. Where's Halo? Where's Gears? Where's
Could
Forza?
you imagine?
Bring
Could
it,
you
bring it.
imagine?
Baby, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. Like,
did you imagine trying to plat Halo?
Oh no.
That's gonna be a nightmare. I hope that they do it smart and they do it like the right way, where it's like Halo Combat Evolved has its own platinum, its own trophy list. Halo 2, same thing. Halo 3, same thing. Like, they could do that. That would be so fucking cool, dude. That would be like a whole year's worth of like trying to get a platinum.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I don't think they're going to do like a mega platinum or anything like that. I think that and I don't think you're going to get a platinum for platinuming all the other games. I think that they should just have like a dedicated list for each game. That would be so cool. Imagine, dude, pressing square to pick up the skull. Fuck, dude. I mean, can't wait.
You can do that right now on Steam.
Technically, yeah. Technically, yeah. But I don't know. It's very weird. It's a weird, like, almost kind of ethereal time right now, because yeah, it was looking real fucking dire for Microsoft there for a second, because they fucking everyone starts talking about it, and then Phil Spencer drops this fucking ominous tweet. Did you see that shit? He drops like the most ominous tweet saying like, look, there's a lot of stuff being said right now, and some of it is true. We're gonna talk about it later. And then, like, didn't follow up at all for like a week. So rampant, and everyone's just going rampant. Like, oh my god, Master Chief, Master Chief with the sacred symbols. What are we gonna do here? And I don't know. It was a really cool thing to see, because it definitely feels like the end of. It feels like the end of hardware for Microsoft. I don't feel like they're gonna say it like out loud, but I do think that they're gonna be scaling back.
And I don't mind that though. I don't mind that at all.
No, they need to I don't know why they don't, because this is the best course of action for Microsoft right now is to go the way of Sega and become third party and be like,
Right.
you know what, our games come to everything,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
we don't, which just seems so weird, and it's not good. I don't think that that's good for uh, the industry as a whole, because I think we're getting a really shitty Sony. I think we're getting a really shitty PlayStation right now. They're making a whole lot of really concerning moves, and I don't like
Well,
how cocky they are. Cocky
well,
Sony
yeah.
is never good.
And
Ever, ever, ever.
when you're the only game in town, that's gonna just get worse.
If Sony is gonna
Yep.
be known only as the only like high definition console, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's a real problem. And so I don't want Xbox to go away. I just want them to make the right decisions. And it almost kind of seems a little bit like the Marvel and DC situation, where it's like, how the fuck do you have it so good and have it so down, and then even so much to the point where we try to emulate you and we fall on our fucking face horrifically. Like it's very similar. Microsoft's trying a lot of shit, and none of it's sticking, which is crazy. They basically said that Game Pass is not nearly as successful as they want it to be, and which again, what makes more sense? What makes more sense other than them just providing Game Pass on PlayStation?
Right.
Mhm.
And not to mention the fact that with their acquisition of all of these IPs, like that would be the most like
Ideal.
strategically smart way to go.
And there must be something that that stops them, like some kind of snag along the way that like prevents them from doing that. Because that, dude, you could work your way towards like total monopolization of that type of like subscription service. Like I don't know.
Strategery.
You would think that it would make sense to them, and apparently
Stratagem.
they yeah, stratagems. I don't know, and there's also a lot of talk about how Helldivers 2 should have come to Xbox, and how, in that podcast that they said they were going to explain everything. Phil Spencer was kind of throwing some shit at, I don't really know who, but he was like, it's on PlayStation and it's on PC, but it's not on Xbox, and I don't really know who that serves, because it doesn't serve the general player base, because it prevents them from getting in. It's just like a walled garden of sorts, and I just I don't agree with him, because exclusives are really important, and Xbox has always kind of been known to be the multiplayer box
Well,
for a while.
he's just mad that it's not theirs.
True. I mean, salt is a horrible thing for your body, at some point. But
That's why I'm so well preserved.
Out of spite.
I don't know. There's a lot of moves in the industry right now, and it's very fascinating to watch everything happen. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, it's so up and down too, and it looked fucking bad for Xbox there for a minute.
Yeah.
So let me ask you all this. We've got what, a couple days before Netflix drops some good old ang on us.
Right.
How do yeah.
Avatar.
Oh,
How do you feel? Have you guys watched the
I've seen the
trailers?
trailer. Yeah. I've seen the trailer. It looks good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
It-
how do you feel about this impending series?
I'm it's a word it's a phrase we like to throw around here all the time on the podcast. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm
You
I'm
know,
cock.
yeah, I'm
Cocksure.
I'm cautiously optimistic. It looks good. I think it looks really good. It already looks better than Shyamalama's. So I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it looks a
there's
lot more faithful.
it
That's not
does.
hard. That's not hard to do.
It
Yeah,
really
that's
isn't.
true.
I could feel myself taking a shit, and it would be better than Shamalama Ding Dongs.
Right. It looks good. It, like you said, Derek, it looks faithful to the original. We'll just have to wait and see. Like I'm definitely gonna try to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't have Netflix right now, but when I do,
Pussy. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna
Fake ass fan.
I just like my other things better. Fuck all of you. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll do fine. And if it doesn't, well then fuck them. You know what
Is
I
it
mean?
Yeah.
animated or is it
No,
live
No,
action?
live
it's live
action.
Have we learned nothing? Have we learned nothing from the errors of our past?
Look,
the
man,
fact that you haven't seen anything about it, I don't give a shit about what you have to say.
True. That's true. Visually, it looks pretty good.
It does.
I mean,
Yeah.
from the bit that they showed, it looks pretty good. So I'm also in the cautiously optimistic camp.
Switching gears a little bit. And I think they mentioned going into like the WWE world, and I think it's been mentioned on, I can't remember where I saw the whole little montage of it, but basically for 2K24, Post Malone is not only curating the soundtrack, but he's going to be a playable character too.
What?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's
dude.
cool. That's cool.
And it's funny because he's going to be post-launch DLC.
Get it? Because post.
No, but I think it's they were talking about it during, I think, Friday's SmackDown, and I wonder if they're talking about it during that because SmackDown was in Salt Lake, and
Which we're all
what'd
so
you guys
sadly
think of
missed.
what'd you guys think of The Rock's just brutal beatdown
Dude, that was
of Utah?
so good.
Dude, I am
classic.
I am so happy that we get to see heel Rock again in his
Yeah,
$500 shirts, dude.
That was some classic Rock smack talk. Like,
dude, we get
golden.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Rock. We get Hollywood Rock in this day and age, which is great because that whole thing could have gone south real fast, dude.
Yeah.
Like him inserting himself into the Roman thing and then being like, oh, okay, well, they don't like that very much. And then switching the gears back to it being Cody versus Roman, letting Cody finish the story.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly he's behind the whole Cody push too. Like,
he is
as a member of the board. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Fuck yeah, dude.
Turns out he was like, he told people to hand out "We Want Cody" signs to people.
Hell
like,
yeah,
as they
dude.
would come in or whatever.
My boy.
So yeah, he saw that what he had originally planned didn't go the way it wanted it to. But and so he's like, no, well, let's flip it on him. Cause yeah,
That's
like
dope.
that, it eliminates like an entire SmackDown and Raw's worth of story, but I mean,
so
it's better this way.
Let me ask you this. Because, I mean, based on SmackDown, they showed, nothing indicating this, but I really don't see The Rock falling in line and going, okay, Roman, you're the head of the table. I'm part of the bloodline. I'm with you. Like, I really don't see that going too far before The Rock as a character in general goes, nah, fuck this. I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Like,
so I think that's what leads to the crumbling of the bloodline.
So do you think that at WrestleMania, The Rock is going to turn on Roman?
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to run it until Backlash.
Okay.
So I think they're still going to be in the bloodline, and then after WrestleMania, that's when the contention starts. Like at WrestleMania, it'll start. You know what I mean?
Do you think Cody's gonna win at WrestleMania then, or do you think Roman is gonna keep it and then they'll wait a little longer?
I fucking hope not. I think
Me
Cody's
too.
gonna win. I think Cody's gonna win.
So it's going to be like a clean win, or
oh yeah. I think, or if not, if it isn't a clean win, we see Rock interference. We see Cody interference.
that's what I was expecting. Is that, and that's what I meant by, the Rock is going to turn on him at WrestleMania. I think he's going to interfere, whether it's an intentional fuck Roman Reigns over, or whether it's an accidental oops, I tried to help you but it went the other way.
I see Rock and the Bloodline interfering for Roman, and then I see Cody and Seth coming out to help him, and then
wait, Cody's gonna help Cody?
Seth and fuck, who else? They need to introduce somebody else into the story.
KO maybe?
Yeah, KO, Sami Zayn.
And either one of those would be, or both of those.
All I'm waiting for is just for the game's music to pop and he comes out in his fucking gear.
That's who I was thinking about, because they hinted at that that little press
he's already over
kickoff.
He's over their bullshit already,
Yeah, so
that would be perfect.
Seeing him in that interview or whatever when they were in there, that was like, oh, he looks like he's about to strap him up just one more time.
Yeah, dude. And there's been like articles that I've seen online about like rumors and like wants, like speculating that might happen, but I don't know. It's
that would be sick.
Yeah. So I see Bloodline interference. I see Cody and anybody else done wrong by the Bloodline coming out to help.
They start fighting.
Yeah.
And then Cody all of a sudden, time to play the game.
Right. And so, Cody wins it, and that's when the contention starts, and then it's Rock versus Roman at Backlash. And then
that would be dope.
And then we don't see anything. For the first time in a very long time, I don't know what the fuck is going on in wrestling, and that is the best fucking feeling in the world.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love that I'm like this invested as a fan. This is like Daniel Bryan in 2014.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say it's like, back to the days of being a kid when you watched wrestling. Like, you didn't know what was real and what was not. Like, you didn't even know it wasn't real. Like,
they're really leaning into reality over kayfabe, but still keeping kayfabe. Yeah. And that shit is fucking dope.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been this excited for a WrestleMania in a very long time. Like, honestly,
no, for real. Yeah.
Since 2014. Like, since 2014 with Daniel Bryan, like, I've not been this excited for a WrestleMania in a very long time.
Good.
And then what is it coming up next? Hell in a Cell?
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination.
Elimination Chamber. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. And that's
we're gonna have
to
watch it like 2 a.m, and I'm excited.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll just fucking wake up and watch it later.
Yeah, for real.
I'll probably be still awake, so I'll probably watch it.
Do it, dude.
So I don't know why, but every time I open my Facebook, it is nothing but Rhea Ripley. It is nothing. I've never looked up. I've never Googled.
Facebook knows you like mommy.
I've never done anything to facilitate a feed that consists 95%. I'm not even kidding. I'm not being dramatic here. It is almost just. Let me pull it up. I bet the first fucking post is Rhea Ripley or something to do with the WWE.
Well, Rhea Ripley lately has become just a pop icon.
Oh my fucking god.
There it is.
Yep.
There's mommy. Yep. No, Rhea Ripley.
Dude, she's way huger than wrestling now.
Yeah, she's transcended wrestling. Like, easily. She can easily pop off and, go the John Cena, Rock, Batista route.
Except way better than Rock. I feel like she would do much better.
Yeah.
In terms of her ability to act and not make it all about her and end up shooting herself in the foot.
Right.
See, it's funny because when when they did the whole transitioning from like Overwatch to Overwatch 2, they introduced a new character called Junker Queen, and I straight up thought that like she was voicing Junker Queen. So I was like, "Oh my God, dude, they got Rhea Ripley." Because it sounds just like her.
That's
But
crazy.
I am all about that. Like I think yeah, she's just become this entity more than anything. And it's funny
Yeah.
that it's because of Dominic Mysterio in some sort of fashion, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I love the heat that Dom generates. Like I think he's
Oh,
fantastic, and I love that he just when he comes out and tries to talk, he just can't get a word
well,
out
and
because
he
he just
he
gets booed.
hardly has to try.
Yeah,
Like it's so organic and it's just fucking amazing.
it's
and it's
so good. It speaks
and
to
it
his ability just
and it
alone
and it's
as a
not like,
superstar.
at some events they won't do it, at some they will. It's every single time that he comes out with a
Mhm.
microphone, and
Just
it's
anytime.
great.
And we also have to give part of the dues to Ray being who Ray is,
Right.
because there's no way that people would have been that invested in hating Dom for what he was doing just on the jump if Ray
Mhm.
wasn't who he was,
Yeah.
like such a beloved icon, and for him to be this petulant little shit, that's all it took. That was all it took. So amazing.
I mean, I'm glad that they have kind of stopped bringing up the him doing time bit. Like I was like,
See, I'm
I
not. I
liked it.
fucking loved
I
that
loved
shit.
it
I
too.
loved it.
I don't
Like
I
know.
thought
I
it
don't
was
know.
great.
just how much of a poser it made. Like, oh, it was so fucking great. It to me, it it A makes complete sense for his character, and B
Yeah.
really like rounds out just how ridiculous and like not like detached from reality that this character is. And I think it was like the cherry on top of everything. And I wish they were
It
still
really,
doing
Yeah.
it.
yeah, it really is. It was
And
like it reminds me of like the King Booker stuff
Oh yeah.
and things of that sort.
King
Yeah.
Booker.
Yeah,
Like yeah, oh it was great. It also reminds me of Olive Garden guy.
Baron
Baron
Corbin.
Corbin.
Yeah, it also reminds me of like Baron Corbin, and like how, you know, much of a genius he all of a sudden thought he was because he won some money, like as if that
Yeah,
had anything to do with it. And then
yeah.
just, how
He just lost it all.
destroyed, yeah, how destroyed he was when he lost it all and just lost all his confidence with it. Like it's that, like, to me it's those touches that take that
I can see where
character,
you're going with that then.
from just being a character to like being the best at what they're doing.
Yep.
Like it's just those extra little things.
Big
And
shout out to
he's
Baron Corbin. Him and Braun Breaker won the NXT Tag Team Championships. He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
so much better back in NXT.
and now
Good. Hell yeah.
Braun Breaker is SmackDown.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
He got
yeah.
signed officially.
I hope they change his name to Braun Steiner.
I
Yes.
know. That would be
Yes.
good. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Do y'all know who Two Mad is?
No.
You don't know who Two Mad is?
I bet he's none too happy.
Yeah, no. He sounds like he's really upset.
Well, he's actually dead.
Oh,
Um,
I would be upset too then.
Yeah.
I'd be
he's
hella
a
mad.
he's an internet funny guy. I'm pretty sure y'all know
You
him, but
sent me
maybe just
you sent me a TikTok about him.
yeah. Let me hold on.
Is that Brian?
I know, right?
Oh shit.
So yeah, I you guys have never seen this guy before?
No.
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
Well, he died. Yeah, he was 23 years old. He was a YouTuber. He's kind of
just recently.
Like 2 or 3 days ago. He
shit.
overdosed on. It seems like he had an addiction to ketamine, and he overdosed while he was playing Overwatch. So every time that you've said the word Overwatch in this meeting, I've thought about Too Mad.
Man, overdosing while playing Overwatch. Jesus.
I know. Can you imagine dying in such a miserable fucking way?
Was he listening to Somewhere Over the Rainbow at the same time? Like, why is...
No, very sad, horrifically tragic. But apparently he had some issues. So
He just wanted to go out doing what he loved, man.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
And Cole had to shit on that.
Oh, there's plenty of other people that are doing way worse than pooping on him, my friend.
There's a lot of controversy.
It's the internet. Like, when is there not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Also, in better news, reporting for duty, Portal Watch has officially ended. I have managed to secure the bag, my friends.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
It'll be here tomorrow. I can't fucking wait. Woo! I'm fucking pumped.
He can't wait to get his hands on and I quote, Sony's hideous new handheld.
It's fucking ugly as shit, but it's 1080p, and I want to see the difference. And I'm such a slut for hardware. I love new toys.
You are.
I love new toys, bro. And I don't know, that the idea of a new Sony handheld gets my dick rock hard. So I got it directly from PlayStation, which is really cool. And
That's
it is
crazy.
like, I ordered it on Friday. It'll be here on Monday. Like, they're not fucking around with shipping.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked. I can't wait to see how good or how bad it is, because I hear both. So, substantially. Like, I hear the same amount of good as I do bad, and
Hey,
kind of scares me.
speaking of, hearing different reviews of things, has anybody gone to see Madam Web?
Oh, I heard it bombed.
I've heard it's really bad. Like,
well, and I've heard,
like, shockingly, like The Room bad.
I've heard that, but then I've also heard people saying it's great. So I don't know.
It's great. It's great if you don't get caught jerking off in the movie theater.
Well,
like that
it's
one guy.
Great. It's great if you're a man and you like good-looking women.
R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman's movie masturbating session.
Right.
Look, dude, Sydney Sweeney makes the freaks come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard it bombed at the box office.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm a little morbidly curious though.
I am too, but not enough to pay for it.
Yeah, fair.
Wasn't there like really good?
Seas.
Wasn't there like a really good build up and like a good trailer for this movie too?
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
Like when I saw it, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Sony might be doing it. And then results came, and it was like, no, they're not.
No.
Nah, son.
So I don't know. I love the idea that a Madam Web character is in the air now, like is in the ether.
Mm-hmm.
But if Marvel Studios isn't doing it, I'm super not against it, but just kind of